Hello everyone. So I hope you have joined. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start. So this is one of the today's mock test. As you can see, it is 23rd February, taken at 3:50 p.m. It is a mock 41B. So let's start analyzing this. As you can see, the scores are 74 for listening, 79 for reading, speaking 70, and writing 74. Um, Let me just confirm whether you are able to hear me properly. Is my voice clear enough for you? Okay, sure. So let's start. So the overall score for this mock is 74. So first diving into our speaking section, let's see. As you can see, the speaking section is having a score of 85 of 90, which is very good score. So let's have a look at it, how this was done. Are you able to hear the audio of Read Aloud? I have just played one Read Aloud. Have you been able to hear that? Okay, no issues. So I will just um, give it a brief understanding, like how it. Okay, okay, no issues. So we will just have a go through over it without listening to the audio. So here, as you can see, the score info is given as many of the words are given in green, which is a very good sign. And we can see there are little bit of slashes, and slashes here refers to a bad pauses. Okay, the pauses were not required, but still the pauses were given. Okay, so that is one of the main things that you have to take care of, that there should not be any slashes whenever you are doing your read aloud. All right, and coming to the next word is that your some of the words are orange in color, okay, due to that your pronunciation has dropped. If this was also in green color, then the person would have got full marks in pronunciation as well. Okay, so let's try to analyze like how this can be improved. Okay, how read alouds can be improved. So let's see. Let's take consider these parts. Okay, so here parts has been uh, given as wrong. Okay, but because the word is not read properly. Okay, parts, it should be r should be mentioned, r should be able to hear. Okay, but in our pronunciation r is missing. Okay, the pronunciation of r is missing. So whenever you are telling something, you have to make sure that your pronunciation is clear. Okay, so here as you can see, we can say it as parts, parts, parts. Okay, so you have to listen to the audio. Okay, click on this word and you have to listen to it, then you have to repeat it. Okay, so if you do like this 5 times, then you will be able to improve your pronunciation. All your orange words will turn into green words. Okay, so that is how you have to improve your pronunciation. Most of the people will not focus on this little bit of things, and they worry that I am not getting good scores in read aloud, and whereas other people are getting good scores. So this is one of the major reason that they are not able to focus on where they are lacking and how they can improve themselves. All right, if you are able to improve on yourself, then you don't need anything else. Get just having a subscription and practicing by yourself can help you overcome a lot of things if you use your intelligence. All right, so you have to understand like how that other person is getting good scores, whereas you are not getting the same scores even though you are practicing the same way. So here there will be some one or two things different from the person who is getting good scores and the person who is not working hard enough. All right, so I would suggest you to practice for at least uh, if you are getting like 40 to 50 or 50 to 60 scores in read aloud, then I would say at least giving 30 to 45 minutes of your daily time only for read aloud. If you give your maximum time of your practice to read aloud, then you will definitely improve on your pronunciation. Okay, I hope this one was clear. So you have to check on each of the words whichever are red in color. I think this person has missed the word a here, so that's why they have got red here. So this is also happens like if I am missing something, like suppose I am missing this many word, land is scarce in parts of our fast urbanizing. So here I have skipped many words. So here many will be becoming as red. So that is how we can understand that this person has missed this word even without hearing the audio. Alright, then next thing is that you have to make sure that whatever you are getting as red in color or orange in color, you have to make sure that you are turning them into green if you want to improve your pronunciation. Coming to your fluency, it should be like a proper sentence flow. This is one of the major reasons that people face the issues with. They are not able to maintain the proper sentence flow. Alright, let me give you an example for this. Here, as you can see, land is having a bad pause, develop is having a bad pause, in a way is having a bad pause. Also, generates is having a bad pause. So, we will start trying this. Okay. Land is scarce in many parts of our fast urbanizing world. Few communities have the chance to create something brand new on a significant piece of land, and even fewer can develop that land in a way that confronts climate change, generates jobs, and attracts investment. Alright, this is how you have to do it. If you are focusing on how to improve yourselves, then you don't need any further tips or tricks. It is purely based on just reading it. I have not even seen this read aloud before, but I have done it. Okay, that much grip you should have on your read alouds. Without any practicing, you should be able to do it. Alright, so here coming to the next read aloud. Overall, this was a very good read aloud because this person has got 85 of 90, which is very commendable. So that is a really great thing. if in the all the reading sections, if in all the read alouds, if she gets around, if the same person gets around 75 plus, then that will be enough. All right, that will help them get greater scores in reading as well as speaking in the main exam, that is for sure. So if you are getting above 75, then don't worry. All right, if you are getting inconsistent marks, like as you can see, the person is getting 85 here, but again suddenly it dips to 64. So this is not a good practice. Okay, whenever you are getting, if you are perfecting yourself to practice your read alouds, then all your scores will be above on the same range. Okay, it will be at least above 75 plus in all. Okay, so it will not be fluctuating like 85 here, 64 here, then again 71 here. That is not the correct way. So here we have to focus on how they can improve yourself. Okay, so let's see what the mistakes this person did here. As you can see, the previous one was having lots of green words and very few orange, but here as you can see there are lots of red words. Okay, due to that pronunciation is poorly damaged. Okay, so this is how you have to focus on how you can improve your read alouds. If you are focusing on these things, you are able to improve yourself. Okay, all right, so as you can see, like here 64 is there, then we have 71, then we have 80, then we have again 69. That this is again a dip. Then we have 72, it is also good. 75 is also good. Okay, so for read alouds, I would say getting 75 plus is more than enough, and that should be in a constant way, not up and down. Okay, so as you can see, this task, the seventh read aloud, fourth read aloud, and first read aloud. Out of seven read alouds, this person has made three read alouds perfectly fine, whereas other four are not in a good shape. And this is why the person might lose their marks, at least in the reading section. Because as you can know, read aloud contributes 30% to your reading as well. Alright. So if you are managing, if you are perfecting this, then you are grabbing and making sure that you are getting full 30 marks from the reading. Only from this read aloud section. Alright. I hope this was clear enough for you. Let's have check whether. Okay, was this read aloud assessment clear for everyone? Is it clear? Kindly let me know so that I can move to the next important section, that is repeat sentence. Okay. Right. Yes. Long pause is necessary only at full stops. Okay. You should not stop at commas. Okay. For commas, you have to give only 0.5 second pause. Okay, whereas coming to your full stop, it should be a complete stop. Okay, and that is how you can move the sentence flowing. If you are taking full stops, if you are treating commas as full stops, then you will lose your fluency. At commas, you just have to pause for a little bit and move ahead with the sentence. At full stops, you have to stop completely for 1 second. Alright, let's start with the repeat sentence. So as you can see, this person has got 82. Alright, again as you can see here, the score has dipped to 68. Alright, so this is how you have to understand. Like this person took 7 seconds here. Although the sentence is not that much long, it can be read within 4 or maximum 5 seconds. Okay, so this is at least okay, not a big deal. The person might have thought about the answer and might have recorded this, so that's why it is taking 7 seconds. But still, because they were able to read the entire sentence, they were able to get good scores. Even in this, as you can see, the person maintained the fluency, and that is why they have got good scores, at least in fluency and pronunciation. Whereas they have missed these words. Environment should be. Three of these things are missed in this repeat sentence recording. So that is why they are not considered in the scoring. It is purely based on pronunciation and fluency. Alright. So as you can see here, if you are aiming for 65, repeating half is more than enough. But if you are aiming for 80%, try at least 80%. Alright. So here the person has got lost their marks in content. So what happens is, although because of pronunciation and fluency, they will get good scores in speaking. But what happens is, since they were skipping these words, they are not able to get good scores in listening. So many of the times people will worry that although their listening skills is good, they are not getting good scores. They have written everything in summarized spoken text, highlight incorrect words, listening blanks, right communication, everything was perfect. But why they got less marks in listening? It is because of this reason. It is because of this content scores. Alright. So if you are getting 80 plus in the content score, then that means you have perfected your repeat sentence as well, and you will get good scores in both speaking as well as listening, right? So this is how you have to analyze yourself, and you have to focus on practicing how you can improve yourself. If you are wasting your time in practicing in the wrong way, even if you do 1,000 tasks every day, you will still not get 65 even. Alright, so practicing the correct way, if you practice 50 only, that will be more than enough. So use your smart work. Do not go after the hard work. Understand where you are lacking and focus only on those things. Right? So as you can see, although this was a big sentence, this person took 7 seconds. So this was understandable. But here the sentence is very short. Still they took 6 seconds. This is not enough. Okay, this is not a good practice. If you are having a smaller sentence, then you should complete it within 3 or maximum 4 seconds. You should not go more than that. Okay, as the waiting time increases in your audio, you will lose your marks for pronunciation and fluency. As you can see, this person has got good marks in fluency. Okay, so this is where you have to. Here, although the content was very good, but they lost marks because the audio was very long. Okay, this this 6 seconds was not required for this. This can be done within maximum of 3 seconds. The new job will provide you with invaluable experience. That's it. Within 3 seconds, you are able to clear this, but this person took 6 seconds. So this is how you have to improvise yourself. For shorter sentences, you have to use shorter time. For longer sentences, you have to use longer time. Maximum, I would suggest you to go maximum up to 6 seconds, not more than that. So as you can see, the sentence was a little bit more. It was a little bit long, so that's why 5 seconds is enough. And this person has got 82 of 90. Alright, this person has read all the words, but the issue is with the pronunciation here. Bedrooms, here bedrooms has to be read, but this person did not pronounce the word bedrooms correctly. That is why they have lost. And this person has missed the in the beginning. Okay, so here that's how you have to analyze that whatever the red words are coming, that is because the AI was not able to recognize your voice, and that is why it is marking them as red, because they did not hear it properly. All the rest of the words, whichever, at least it should be orange in color. Okay, orange will give you good scores, but this red will not give you any score, and this is where your pronunciation will go bad. So let's see here. Since the sentence was a little bit longer, so she used 6 seconds and she got 86. it is a good score, no issues. Again here the scores are dipping 71 and 59. That is not a good thing. Okay, here 70 it is good, showing good. It is 90 of 90. It is also good. 67 it is not a good score. 50 is also not a good score. All right, and lastly coming to this is 67. Again, it is not a good score. If you are planning for superior scores, then I would suggest you to get at least 80 plus in all your repeat sentences. It should be consistent. Okay, not like this, like having 50 here and then having 90 here. This will reduce your marks and this will give you a maximum of 70, 50 and 90, both of this average. Okay, so if you are constantly getting 80 plus, then you will definitely get good scores in your speaking as well as listening abilities. I hope this was clear. Let me just check. Yes, in the repeat sentence you do not need to pause, you have to speak continuously. Let's check whether you are able to follow it. Okay, I guess repeat sentence was clear for everyone. Without any time, let's move forward. So coming to the describe image, here as you can see, this person has spoken only for 19 seconds. Okay, this is not enough for PT academic. At least for PT core, I would suggest you to go for at least 22 to 25 seconds. If you are able to do that, then you will be able to manage the time as well as you will be able to get good scores. But here one thing you have to notice is that for reaching 30 seconds, you do not have to keep on speaking very faster because you will have to speak lots of sentences. So that is why try to keep it slow on a medium pace and do not go too fast. Do not go too slow. Okay, if you are going too slow as well, it will not give you enough marks. So I would highly recommend you to follow the same speed as you are doing in the read aloud. That will help you. Okay, so here since this person has spoken only for 19 seconds, this will not be having enough data and this will get marked by human evaluator. Okay, so this is one of the things that you have to take care of. It should always be 30 plus seconds. All right, and that as well, let's start with the analysis. As you can see that the person this person has lots of pronunciation issues with the orange words you can see, and there are also red words here. Rules of and of. So these are the things which are not considered as per the AI system. That's why this person has even got lesser marks in content as well. Okay, so you have to speak for at least 30 plus seconds, and you should know make sure that all your words are green in color. So whatever you are reading, it should be appearing in this AI speech recognition. If you are reading something here, if you are speaking something here, recording something, and this AI speech recognition is giving you another sentences, then that will mean that your pronunciation, the pronunciation is poor. You are not able to pronounce the words properly, right? So this is how you have to understand like how you can improve your describe images, right? So moving to the next one, again this person has got 56 of 90, although the person has spoken 28 seconds, but still it is not enough for PT academic. For PT academic you should have to have at least 30 plus seconds recording, right? Again let's see, there are many words here in the red and also many words in the orange as well. So that this is why the person has lost good marks in pronunciation, and maybe the person has stopped a lot of times in the middle, so that is why the fluency is gone here as well. Okay, speaking too slow or fast, too many pauses, and incontinuous speech. All of these three things will destroy your fluency. For pronunciation, a clear speech with correct pronunciation, a smooth tone without frequent stresses, a continuous speech with reasonable pauses. These are the things to make sure that you are getting good scores in pronunciation, right? So let's move to the next describe image. It is again 64. Again, the person has spoken only for 25 seconds, which is not enough. They have to improve their recording limit. Alright, 64 again, as you can see, there are lots of red words and also orange words. So this is why the person has lost good scores in content, pronunciation and fluency. Right? Coming to the retail lecture, uh, let's check whether you have any doubts in. Uh, yes, 30 plus seconds is necessary at least for describe image for PT Academy. Whereas if you come to PTE core, it is still marked by AI softwares, so it is not necessary for you to go 30 plus seconds. You can speak a maximum of 22 to 25 seconds is more than enough. So this is a very positive things for PTE core students, and also the templates are not banned uh, for PTE core. So even the PTE core students can take the help of templates and form good responses. Whereas PT academic persons cannot use the same strategy nowadays. All right. Um, if describe is clear, then we will move forward to the retail lecture, our next important topic. I hope that the explanation required for describe image is clear and you were able to follow it. Okay. Let's start. So coming to the retail lecture, again we can see that um, score information. Again, it is showing many words as red and also many of the words are orange in color. Again, the same issue, pronunciation and fluency is getting damaged a lot here. All right. So due to that thing, the person was having inconsistent speech. Okay, they were taking too many pauses or they were giving too many stresses words. So, or they were speaking too fast. Okay, although we can see the person has spoken uh, 4 lines here, but the timing is still 29 seconds. So the person was going too fast. Due to that, the person has lost the scores here. So here you have to make sure that you are speaking in a comfortable tone and you are not going too fast. Okay. Make sure that you are not using too many pauses. You should not stop. You should think of it some sentence, then you have to speak about that. All right. Without thinking, if you keep on uh, telling whatever is coming to your brain, then you will lose your marks in the fluency and pronunciation. So firstly, what I would suggest is whenever you are doing discriminate or retail lecture, I would suggest you to take notes of it, okay, and then uh, make some sentence formation in your brain and then speak those sentences. Okay, that will help you in maintaining your fluency and pronunciation. This is how you can also enhance your timings, right? So I think retail lecture is also clear. You should speak again for 30 plus seconds for PTE academic. For this PTE core, they will have respond to a situation, and there again they will have to speak about 22 to 25 seconds. That should be more than enough. But again, this scoring format will be similar. If they are getting all the words in green color and if they are not taking too many pauses, too many stresses, then that will give them good scores in PTE core as well. Alright, so this is how you can improve your scores in PTE core for respond to a situation. It should be green in color. There should be no red or orange color words. Okay, so here one of the questions asked by Swati is that in retail lecture can we use keywords? In short order, we are not able to catch all the words. So yes, you can use the keywords, but the thing is that you have to be able to form the sentences on your own. If you are not able to form the sentences on your own, then keywords won't be helpful. So I would strongly recommend you to make sure that you are taking phrases of at least 4 to 5 words on each sentence. Okay, so whatever the audio you are hearing, you have to make sure that you are catching at least 4 to 5 words from the audio and write that as one sentence. Okay, before that you can take the use of template. Okay, so you can say that the speaker discussed about say the 4 or 5 words phrases whichever you have got from the audio. Again he described about, again you have to say, use the 4 or 5 words from the audio. Okay, then you can see firstly he said about that again 4 to 5 words from the audio, and lastly he also mentioned about this again 4 to 5 words from the audio. In this way, if you are using the audio content more, then that will give you a good content, so you will also be able to improve your pronunciation and fluency, right? I hope this was clear. All right, great. So let's move to the next important thing, our writing section. So this person has got writing 74. So maybe that person has made some spelling mistakes somewhere, grammatical errors. So we are going to understand that now. Okay, so as we can see, since the person was having a lots of variations in the marks, that was not enough. So read alouds, they were unable to get 75 plus. In the repeat sentence they were unable to get 80 plus consistently. In the discrimage also they were unable to get 70 plus scores, and also in the retail lecture again this person has got 64 only. So this person has also spoken for lesser than 30 seconds, due to which they were unable to meet the target designed for PT Academy. So this person will be getting, although if they are able to do it properly, they might get good scores in speaking, but they will lose the marks in reading as well as listening in the main exam. Okay, because in the PT main exam the algorithm is getting updated frequently, so the scores which you are getting here will not be similar to the main exam. So that's why I strongly recommend my candidates who are aiming for proficient scores like 65 plus and all. I would suggest them to reach at least 70 plus in listening, reading and writing scores, 70 plus, and whereas speaking section it should be 65 plus. All right, so that is how you can make sure that you are ready for proficient scores. If you are aiming for superior scores, then I would strongly suggest you to get at least listening 80, reading 80, writing 80, and speaking should be at least 70 plus. All right, so since this person is preparing for superior scores, this scores 74, 79, 74 is not enough. This person has to work more on that. Okay, but this person I'm sure that they will be able to get 79 plus in speaking at least. All right, so this is how you have to analyze yourself, where you are lagging, on how you can improve yourself, why you are getting lesser marks than others. So if you are able to understand and rectify your mistakes, you will be able to manage it yourself. All right, I am strongly satisfied that APUNI, this platform, has the best understanding of the listening, reading, and writing. Usually, it happens that the person who gets this similar scores like 74, 79, 74, they will definitely get near to the same scores in the main exam as well. Okay, so for these three topics, listening, reading, and writing, all of these three modules are accurately scored on this platform. So that's why I always suggest you to follow this platform only. Alright, compared to other platforms, because other platforms might give you good scores in other things as well, but in the real exam we will get lesser scores. So this platform is based on global audience, international audience. So this, although this gives you very tough criteria to score, and if you are able to get those scores in this tough environment, then you will be able to manage it easily in the real exam as well, right? So coming to the writing section, let's check summarize written text. This person has got only 4 marks, okay, 4 of 7. So because they have made too many grammatical mistakes, okay, and vocabulary is very poor. So let's check what mistakes this person has did, okay. The this person has written these sentences: well-being and effective. So here, whenever they are using, here they should use the word and. Because they have not used the word and, they are losing the marks here, okay. Just writing commas, 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 and again continuing a sentence, again here comma. This is not a good strategy, okay. Whenever you are writing summarized written text, it should be like your sentence should be from one end to another end, and then it should also have a connector in between them. Without connectors, you will lose your marks. As you can see, this person has made the mistake of just using the comma without using the effect connector. Here also the same issue, aspects. So here fundamental aspect of life. Let's see interpersonal. Here you can see the mistake done in the copying itself. Okay, here it is telling about aspect, whereas this person has written aspects, right? So these are the things which you usually do. Here it is showing as aspect clearly, but this person has written as aspects. So this is our major issue, that we are not able to focus properly on how we are doing it. And then we say that I am not getting good scores. This is one of the major reasons that you have to be alert, you have to be focused while you are doing mocks. That's why I suggest everyone to take mocks seriously. They have to practice it like the real exam only. That is how they can improve themselves, right? So this issue is seen here. Now here coming to the effective communication. As you can see, effective communication is another sentence here. But this person did the mistake as they have just used comma but not a connector here. That is why they have lost the marks, right? Again here they are telling us in conclusion. Let's check where is in conclusion. Alright. So here again the in conclusion is having the another sentence. So again this person has missed using the uh, connector word here. So this is how the person has lost good scores in the uh, SWT task. If they have used the, if they have seen the word properly, if they have written it correctly, then they would not have made this issue. Here, use of connectors is missing. That is why they have lost the words in marks in vocabulary and grammar. If they have just used the word and here, they would have got good scores. And also, if they have just uh, instead of plural, if they have written correctly as singular, they would have got perfect 7 of 7. Right? I hope SWT is clear as well. Let's see if summarize written text is clear. We will move ahead. Was the explanation clear enough? Okay. Mm, so this is how, like, you have to just make sure that your SWT is clear, right? Coming to the next thing, essay writing. Uh, so let's check about the essay writing. This person had made a lot of grammatical errors and also spelling errors, vocabulary errors as well. Okay, so improper lexical collocations have been used. So despite of, here of is not needed. So this is what is called as lexical resources. The use of some of the words which are not needed is, will be shown as lexical collocations. All right. So this this is because employee. Now employee is the backbone of business. In the business, as we know, there are a lot of employees. There are multiple members working on a project. So here using the word employee is not suggested. And when you are using employees, it should be coming as are. Okay, because it is a plural word, so are should be used. Employees are the backbone of business. If this person has written in that way, they would have got good scores. All right. Firstly, hiring plays a crucial role in the development. Normally, if you are able to understand how the sentences are formed, then this will be coming naturally. Okay, if you keep on watching good English movies, or if you are reading good contextual paragraphs in your day-to-day life, you will be able to understand how these things are useful for your life. Okay, and they will be doing this thing without even understanding themselves. Okay, that's why it is constantly being said that read paragraphs, read novels, or watch podcasts, because they use proper grammar. Okay, and this is how this person has got lesser scores in vocabulary range, because this person was unable to understand that crucial development in the development will be coming here, right? Next, coming to these things, considering these points, here comma is coming, comma should be coming here. Considering these points, whenever you are uh, going to expand it further, then commas is needed. It is evident, spelling of evident is wrong, evident. Okay, these are the spelling mistakes. Again, here this person has given comma, but after the comma, before the comma, they should not give space. Comma should be directly coming after the end of the word, not is space comma. Space is not required here. So that is why this is not a correct thing. Okay, and also here the should be coming. Consider is the another important point to consider is that the lifetime hiring of employees again, because for a business they won't only hire one single employee, they will hire multiple employees, right? So this is how you can improve yourself. You have to understand the basic. Whenever you are coming near something, you should be able to understand whether this word is going to be singular or whether it should be a plural. A major disadvantage behind this is that the employees, again here that is missing, and also the employees s is missing, right? Having examined both sides of the issue, so here of the is missing here, right? Collectively, spelling of collectively, v is missing here. So that is why this person has got 0 marks in spelling, 0 marks in grammar, and only 1 mark in vocabulary range. If this person has understood how to improve themselves, then they would get good scores in their next essay writing. Right? Coming to the next essay writing as well, let's see. Here, this person has used triple S in the discussion word. This is also a mistake. Okay, this is also a kind of not checking properly. That is why it is often being said during all the videos that you should have to cross check, double check, triple check your answers. That's the only way you can come across these things. Even after writing, you should be focusing properly whenever you are checking. This examine this essay will examine both sides of the topic. Okay, this the is not required here. So where the is not required, this person is writing the there, and where it is required, they are missing themselves. All right. So here, firstly, learning plays a crucial role in building. Here, building after building the present. Here, they have missed that. Okay. Normally, whenever you are talking about the tenses, whether be it past, present, or future timings, then the should be coming here. All right. the in the past, in the future, in the present. That is basic understanding a person should have to improve themselves. Okay, this is because again here the is missing. As I have said previously, the is important. The here also the is missing. 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 So this person has repeatedly made the same mistake. That means this person is unable to use a proper article usage. Alright. If they are able to fix those things, they will be able to get good scores in the real exam as well. Right? I hope this essay was clear. I hope essay was clear for you. Okay. So yes, I guess. For a summarized written text, I would say that a person should always use the connectors whenever they are using two sentences to combine. It should not only be having a commas at the end. Okay, so that is why it is required that they should be able to use the connectors properly to give them good sentence formation. Okay. Yes. So if you are searching for movies, well, I don't have any movies in idea, but you can watch. There are many kind of um, dramas which are kind of Islamic, so you can watch that as well. Okay, so you can watch that for your references. You can use turn on the subtitles, and you have to watch the um, watch the dramas in English. Okay, you have to read the subtitles in English. So these days, latest one is going on, so you can watch that one. Osman is the one, right? Okay. All right. So I hope that has answered your questions, DevOps learner. Um, okay, you can watch the Turkish series of Osman and turn on the subtitles. You will be able to find it properly. Okay, then. Moving to the next foremost and the most important task of reading, where lots of people make the issues. Okay, that is reading. So this person has got 79 in reading. Okay, if this person has done good performance in read aloud, then this scores would have jumped a lot. Okay, so that is how I would strongly suggest you to perfect your read alouds. If this person has got greater scores in read aloud, then definitely this scores would have got at least 80 plus in the reading, right? So let's check this person's fill in the blanks, reading, writing blanks. So as you can see, this person has given correct answers. That is why reading scores are good. Here they have made some two or three mistakes. I would suggest in the whole reading blanks, like reading writing blanks, here you can see four options are there. Here you have five, that means nine total blanks. Then you have four, 13 total blanks. Then you have five, 18 total blanks, and five, that means 23. Out of 23, this person has missed three, one, two. Okay, so this person has made only two mistakes out of 23 total blanks, and that is why this person was able to get good scores in reading. Okay, so this is one of the major thing that people usually miss, that they will think that writing some wrongs will not impact their overall scores, but AP Uni mock with all these mocks will be directly related to your overall skills. So this platform gives you a average of all your tasks and all your skills. So that is why I strongly recommend everyone every time that they should not focus on sectional marks. They should focus on how much they are getting in the total mark. Okay, right, practicing only singular tasks, or practicing only on the module based task, or practicing only the sectional based task, that will not help you. If you are aiming to improve yourself, if you want to check your level of understanding, if you are wanting to check your skills level, then I would strongly recommend you to always take full marks only. In this way, all the average of all your skills are combined and you will get the final report as this. If this score you are getting 80 plus in listening, 80 plus in reading, 80 plus in writing, and 70 plus in speaking, then I would definitely say that that person is ready for superior scores in the real exam. But make sure that again these scores are consistently for the 3 or 5 mock tests. Okay, if you are consistently getting 80 plus in listening, reading, writing, and 70 plus in speaking for 3 to 4 times of tests in the mock, then you are good to go. If you are unable to get that scores consistently, then that means you need more practice and do not book your exam till that time. So this person has good reading skills. They were understanding the sentences properly. That's why they have got good scores here everywhere. So as you can see, they execute 5 new human rights for the age of neurotechnology. So here, executing is like implementing something, whereas as they are discussing about something, they are putting forward something. That is the way of putting forward their ideas, or what you can say, their thoughts is called as propose. All right. So here they execute is not the correct option. It should be they propose 5 new human rights. Alright, so this is how you have to understand the sentence. Although I have not even checked the entire reading writing blanks, I don't know the complete um, um, what can we say, idea of the word, idea of the passage, but still based on the this one sentence only I was able to understand what they wanted to discuss about. Alright, coming to the next thing, but both perspectives may be dash the bigger picture. So here, uh, since it is talking about while others are pointing out its flaws and limitations, when it is talking about the flaws and limitations, it should be related to that. There is something related to this thing, flaws and limitations. So that is missing. Alright, so these things are missing from the uh, public point of view, right? So in this way, you have to understand what the correct answer should be. If you are able to understand the sentence passage properly, then you will be able to understand what the word should be coming, right? Otherwise, if your synonyms is poor, if you are unable to understand the vocabulary properly, if you are not having the proper sentence understanding, then it will be very difficult for you to get superior scores with just mugging up the answers. It will not give you enough time, and you will not have the enough patience as well to do the entire reading writing blanks. Okay, so that is why I always recommend you to go for smart work, not the hard work. Smart work is understanding and learning and rectifying themselves within the short period, not wasting lot amount of time on only one task, right? So this person has managed fill in the blanks reading writing properly. That's why their reading scores are good. All right. So I think this was enough. Uh, was the explanation clear for reading writing blanks? I hope you did not find it any difficulty in understanding that, right? Let's check whether you are able to understand it properly. If you are able to get it, kindly let me know so that we can move ahead with the next topic. Okay, I think the explanation for reading writing blanks was clear. Uh, let's move to the next task, that is reorder paragraphs. So for reorder paragraphs, you have to get at least 50% correct. All right. So here, as you can see, this person has scored 2 out of 3 and 2 out of 4. So 2 out of 4 is 50%, 2 of 3 is 66%. So due to this thing also, this person had good reorder skills. So that's why their reading skills have improved. The reading marks is also good. If this person has got 1 of 3 and 1 of 4, they would have lost a good amount of at least 3 to 4 marks in the reading section only. So reorder paragraphs will cost you at least 6 to 7% in your total marks. So I would strongly recommend you to get it at least 50% correct, right? 2 of 4 is enough, or 3 of 5 is enough, right? 2 or 3, 2 of 3 or 3 of 5, right? In this way you can improve your reorders as well, right? And coming to the reorders, you should make sure that usually the old information will be coming first, that is past information will be coming first, and in the middle sentence you will come on the present information, and in the last sentence of the paragraph you will come in the future studies. Okay, so as you can see, here in the last paragraph, this is good advice. The more I study successful people from all parts of all walks of the life, the more I believe focus is a core factor for success. Right? So this is for a future advice. This is for a future. So that's why this will be coming at the last. Okay. Uh, so of the as you can see, sorry. So here we can see that 1 of 4, and the answer should be 1423. All right, 1423, right? So here peak performance experts say, so this is something which is related to previous studies. Peak performance experts say, saying means they have already discovered about that things and they are just explaining them. And then this is a good advice, this is for the present thing, that this person is going to focus more on the current subjects. Okay, then coming to the next second one, but there is a problem with this advice too. Again, there is some contrasting evidence. So this is how you can understand that this should be coming after this sentence, right? And lastly, it is telling that the answer should be 3, which means of the many options in front of you, how do you know what to focus, and how do you know where to direct your energy and attention? So this is the questioning mark. So this means this is your thought inquisitive idea, how you are going to work on it in the future, right? So this should be coming the last. So in this way, yeah, you can crack reorder paragraphs easily. If you focus on the things, you will be able to manage it properly. You will be able to find the answers from the paragraph itself if you have good understanding skills, right? So here, as you can see, but will not be the first one, because this shows that something should be coming before that. Okay, off is also not a proper beginning thing. So this is also not the first independent sentence. Again here, this is a good advice, means again this should something should be coming before this thing, right? Whereas peak performance experts, this is an independent sentence. This does not depend on any other thing. Whereas all the other 3 sentences depend on this thing, right? So this is how you have to focus and understand how you have to do it properly. And one more thing I would like to suggest here is that uh, regarding timing management, I would say, for read alouds, I would strongly recommend you to do it within maximum of 25 seconds. If it is very long, if it is a short read aloud, then I would suggest you to do it within 17 to 18 seconds. Right? Coming to your repeat sentence, I have said, as I have said during the uh, um, previously only, that it should be, if it is a very long sentence, it should be going up to 5 or 6 seconds. If it is short sentence, then it should be completed within 2 to 3 seconds, right? Coming to describe and retail lecture, it should be completed within 30 plus seconds. You should be recording your audio 30 plus seconds for PT Academy. For PTE core, it should be 22 to 25 seconds, right? For summarized written text, it is good. It is a standalone, means the 10 minutes given for summarized written text will not be carried forward to essay. So I would say to do it with patience and with calmly. Okay, do not rush. Coming to your essay, you will have 20 seconds for this task. So focus on how you are utilizing the time. I would say to write your template, whatever you are taking, five within 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, then add your answers in that template within next 4 to 5 minutes. Then recheck your answer within next 4 to 5 minutes. So you have to submit your answers before the timer ends. Do not wait till the end of the timer, and do not get panicked whether that task was scored or not. So that is how you can stop yourself being from too stressed with such silly little mistakes. You will distract your complete brain. You will lose your focus, and you will give your poor performance in the coming sections, right? Coming to your reading writing blanks, I would strongly recommend you to try to complete it within 2 minutes maximum. If it is going somewhat a little bit more, then you have to give it maximum 2.5 or 3 minutes, not more than that. All right. uh, and coming to your reorder paragraphs, this should be completed within a maximum of 1 or 1.5 minutes, not more than that. Okay, if you are able to find out something, it is very good. If you are unable to understand it properly, then I would not recommend you wasting more time, because you will have another important task in this, that is your uh, reading blanks. Okay, whenever you are coming across multiple choice questions, I would strongly suggest you that select whatever you are coming across, select whatever you are feeling is good, and complete it within 30 to 45 seconds maximum, not more than that. If you are wasting more time on that, you will lose your time for most important tasks in the coming sections. Alright. So this is how you can manage the time properly and you can improve yourself. Okay. Multiple choice questions and this selecting the missing words and other kind of stuff are there to just to confuse you and to make you get frustrated so that you lose focus in your coming task. So I would strongly recommend you to not follow the same thing. Do not fall in that trap. Skip, select whatever is coming in your mind and whatever you feel is correct. Then select it, move forward. Okay, but your major focus should only be on reading, writing blanks, reorder blanks, and reading blanks. Right? So I think this was clear. Okay. So let's move to the next task of reading, that is reading blanks. All right, so here, as you can see, this person has got 3 marks here, 3 out of 3, it is a good score. Then here this person has lost 1 mark, total 7 blanks and 6 blanks are correct. Then this person has got 4 here and 4 out of 4, so that means out of 10 they have got 9. So again here 4, that means 14 of, again this one has gone wrong, so 12 out of 14. So here again 4, so that is 16 out of 14, right? 16 out of 14. So this person has got 14 out of 16 marks. So that is the good score. Uh, in reading, writing blanks and reading blanks, I would strongly recommend you, if you are aiming for superior scores, then you should be able to get at least a maximum of 2 rounds in each, right? In the reading, writing blanks, there should be a maximum of only 2 rounds. In the reading blanks, you should have a maximum 2 rounds. Okay, as this person has got good scores, like in the reading, writing blanks, this person has got 23 blanks. Out of this 23 blanks, she had given 21 correct answers, and also from the fill in the blanks reading section, this person had 16 blanks, but she had given 14 correct. Since and also the read aloud was perfect, she has got 50% scores. That is why this person has good scores in reading section. If this person has messed up a little bit in either reading writing blanks or reading blanks as well, or reorders, this scores would have dropped significantly. So this is how you have to analyze yourself, where you are lacking and how you can work on it, how you can improve yourself. If you are able to find out those mistakes, you will be managing your answers properly, right? So here the let's check what are wrong here. The dash of readily available food has diminished the art of cooking. So here, readily available food has diminished the art of cooking. Here, diminishing here and readily available food. These are the keywords. So these are the keywords which are showing the answer that it should be convenience. Convenience is nothing but flexibility of having something readily available for you. Okay, having something which is easily available for you. Okay, in that way you can understand from the paragraph itself. We can understand what the answer should be coming in this blank, right? In this way you can understand if your grammar is good. Coming to this thing, let's say today's games offer immersive narratives and stunning visuals that dash traditional media forms. So out here, as you can see, that they are showing a comparison. Now coming seeing a contrast or showing a comparison, we have to search for the blanks here. Growing is not a comparison, evoking is not a comparison, inserting is not comparison, outlining is not comparison, offer is not contrasting or comparison, play is also not a comparison word, appear is also not a comparison word. So only word which is showing about comparing something, that is rival. Okay, as you can see, the person is rivaling with his friend. Okay, in the game of football. So here rivaling is they are on the equal levels and they are fighting with each other to get the good spot in the football match. So that is nothing but that is called as rivaling. So here they are talking about that today's games are on levels, are on the exact same levels and are very good when compared to the original video games in the earlier days as well. Like coming to the 2000 years, at that time the games were very good, and also today's game are also improving themselves to have a better edge on the technology, right? So this is how we can understand what the answer should be. If you have the grammar skills, if you are understanding the context properly, then you will be able to find the correct answers. If the person did not have the understanding that this should be coming here, then they will, even though the answer is present in front of them, they will select the wrong answers, right? So I guess fill in the blanks reading is also clear. Um, yes, so Junaid has asked, um, Junaid, I will be providing you the recording of this. It will be present after this session, this recording, so you can watch this. Hopefully, it will be available by tomorrow because live sessions take some good amount of time to process and get uploaded. So you can watch at that time because I have already come at the last end of the session. So it is again difficult for me to go back and speak further, and it will waste the time of others as well. So you can watch this in the recording section. Okay, so coming to the next thing, please tell me how to improve, how to learn grammar, any resources available. Okay, so for grammar, I would strongly recommend you to take the usage of dictionaries. Okay, they will help you in the dictionaries. You will find the different usage of the words along with the examples. So you should be able to understand how the words are being used in the sentence formation. If you are able to manage that thing, then you will analyze that synonyms are how you can use the synonyms for your own benefit, how the words can be used in sentence formations, right? If you are not focusing on that things, then it will be very difficult for you to learn the grammar. Grammar is all about watching and learning. Okay, watching, learning, and implementing themselves. Right? If you just try to read it as a book, then it you will not get it. So I would strongly recommend you to uh, first watch something related to English videos. Okay, there you can have a good amount of grammar knowledge. Learn how the people are able to form the sentences and how they are speaking. This will help you in learning the grammar as well as will also help you in increasing your pronunciation as well, right? So that is how you have to do. In this platform as well, you will be able to find out how they can be used in the correct format. Okay, I will give one short quick through of this. Let me just check. Okay, okay. So I think we are not able to see that option in this. What can we say? In this mock analysis, but when we are coming across a difficult word, I would say just to click on this word. Okay, and then you will be able to find the pronunciation of that word in this platform. Okay, the usage of the words will be present on the left hand side. Okay, what kind of word it is, and whether it is a noun, pronoun, whether it can be used as a verb, everything will be shown there. All right, and at the right hand side of the screen you will have the examples. Okay, if the if this platform is showing that some word can be used to show as can be used as a noun, then at the right side on the same page you will be able to also find the usage of it in the examples with the sentences. So in that way you can just learn, watch it and learn it, right? How the words are there, how you can use them in a sentence form. If you focus on those things, you will be definitely improving yourself, right? This is how you can improve your grammar skills, vocabulary skills, or collocation skills. It is because of these basic things that people miss, due to which they are unable to get their scores. They think that these things won't matter a lot, and that is why they always suffer with getting at least 1 or 2 marks lesser than their desired scores. All right, and people many times say that they are unable to get 45 plus in the overall sections. They are unable to get this scores. They are unable to get that scores. It is because of these things. They are neglecting their issues. They are neglecting their mistakes. They are not focusing on how to improve themselves. Rather, they just keep on searching for tips or tricks, or keep on searching for strategies. Strategies are useful only for 40%. Rest 60% is your own knowledge and your own brain. It is your own common sense that will help you get your superior scores. If you don't use that, then you will not get your scores even with the usage of lots of strategies, tips, tricks, or grammars or strategies, right? So make sure that first of all you are sharpening, you are polishing your common sense skills, you are understanding how to use everything for your advantage. Templates are still working, but it is the way how you are using it that matters a lot in the real exam. Okay, if a person is going and just copying pasting the entire templates of essay or describe image or written lecture or summarize spoken text, those persons will not get good scores, whereas the same person, the same templates are used by another person who is having a common sense skills, who is able to use the English to their advantage. They will make some tweaking here and little bit there, and they will get perfect scores, right? So it is all depends on your analytical skills and your thinking capabilities. If your English is good, then your tips, tricks, and strategies will help you. If you are lacking in that basic thing, then no matter how much days you practice, how many tasks you practice, how many videos you watch, you won't learn it. So that's why I always suggest you to practice, practice, practice. Okay. PTE is 10% of tips and tricks and 90% about practice, right? So you have to give lots of time for your practice only. If you are not giving enough time for your practice, then you can't blame anyone else for your lack of understanding, right? So coming to this, with this I have also recollected one more thing, that for read alouds you have to do practice of at least, if you are getting like 40 to 50 scores, then I would say you to practice at least 25 to 30 read alouds every day in a in a loud voice. Okay. If you are targeting for superior scores, then I would recommend you to practice at least um, good amount of read alouds, at least 40 to 50 is good. Okay. Every day you have to practice on these 12 important tasks. You should not leave even a single day where you are not practicing. If you give a single day gap, your skills will drop down and you will not get your scores at the real exam, right? So for speaking read aloud, I would say suggested amount of practice is needed is 25 to 30 read alouds every day. Okay, for repeat sentence, I would strongly recommend you to practice at least 30 to 50 as much as you can, 30 to 50 repeat sentence. Okay, for disc language and detail lecture, I would say 5 is more than enough. Daily practice 5 disc language, daily practice 5 retail lectures. Coming to your SWT, if you focus on how you can crack it, how the strategy will be working, just connecting different sentences with the use of commas and connectors, that will make it perfect. So do not give too much time on that. Once you start getting 7 consistently, leave that. It is a very easy task. Okay, coming to your essay writing, I would strongly recommend you to get 14 and 15 marks only if you are aiming for superior. If your target is 65 plus, then I would suggest you to get at least 10 or 12 marks, right? In this way, you have to do it. So, for essay writing, I would strongly recommend, if your writing skills are poor, if you are making lots of grammatical errors, spelling errors, then I would suggest you to do at least 2 essay writing every day, right? Coming to your reading, for reading writing blanks, I would suggest you to practice at least 15 to 20 fill in the blanks reading writing every day. Okay, so within a week you should be able to complete your weekly predictions. In that way you should be practicing every day. Okay, if you are focusing that much, then you will be able to improve your fill in the blanks reading, right? So I would strongly recommend you to practice at least 15 to 20. If you can do 30, that is very much better for superior scores. If your scores are very poor in reading, I would strongly recommend you to do at least 30 fill in the blanks reading writing and also fill in the blanks reading. Coming to your reorder paragraphs, you can do at least 10 every day. At least 10 should be done every day, right? And whenever you are doing this reading writing blanks reorder paragraphs, fill in the blanks reading, whenever you are submitting, if you find some errors in your answers, do not immediately click on redo and select the same answers at the same time. It will only fool you. Okay, it will only be for your own satisfaction, but this will not help you get your good scores in the real exam, right? So you have to focus that whenever you are doing reading section, you should not take the answers immediately after the scoring. Okay, write 10 to 15 blanks, then come forward to the first blank and start doing it again. If you are able to get the correct answers even after 15 blanks, that means you have understood and you have analyzed what the answer is. And if the same passage comes in a real exam, you will be able to crack it, right? That is because you have memorized the answers in your brains, and that is how you can improve your reading sections. Do not just blindly keep on writing, but without learning anything. Writing 100 number of time is waste of time. You are just fooling yourself, okay, without focusing on how to improve yourself, right? So this is the thing. Coming to the listening section, uh, right, listening section, let's start. So for SST, as I've said in yesterday's lecture as well, for SST, make sure that whatever you are listening from the audio, that should be copied. All right. So I would strongly recommend you to have 4 to 5 words caught from the audio and use it in your templates. Okay. If you are unable to catch those words, then you will lose your marks. Right. So as you can see, this person has made grammatical errors here and also vocabulary errors here. Right. So here empathy is the ability to understand each other. So each other should always be given as separately, not as a combination. So this person had made that mistake here, right? The lecture was about the profound. The profound means a bigger impact on the empathy, right? So profound here you have to understand the words. Okay, you have to learn the meanings of the word. Profound means very big, very huge impact. Alright, so when it is talking about something which is very great, then it should be the word should be coming here, right? Then coming to the speaker said empathy enhances, right? So enhance cooperation within a community, that is not the correct way. It should be enhances. That is the correct vocabulary, right? Leading to a stronger. Here, whenever you are talking about something skills, it should be to a. Article should be coming here, right? To stronger, more resilient community is not the correct format. Leading to a stronger, more resilient community is the correct word. In conclusion, it is a skill we need to cultivate in our community. Yeah, in the community, right? So whenever we are talking about something collectively, then also the word the will be coming. Since community is nothing but a group of people, when we are talking something about collectively, then the word article the will be coming, right? So grouping of some things, they at that point you have to use the word the, right? Coming to some specific characteristics, something related to something, then that way at that time a should be coming, right? And whenever a something which is about showing a huge impact, at that time the word the should be used, right? And here space should be used in between these words, and also empathy enhances. So this here grammatical errors. So these are the things where you have to focus a lot on. If this person did not make such errors, they would have got 10 out of 10 scores. So that is how you can improve your summarized spoken text. With this much spellings, this person will be losing their marks both in writing as well as listening skills, because they were unable to catch the answers properly, right? We can see the content is great, 2 out of 2. That means this person has got full marks in listening, but they have lost their marks in writing. Grammar skills and vocabulary, they have lost these marks, and due to this, their writing scores will be affected, right? I think this SST was clear. Hmm. Okay, let's move to the next one. Coming to the fill in the blanks listening, it all depends purely on your listening skills. If you are able to listen properly, and also if your um, spellings are good, then you won't have a issue in getting good scores in fill in the blanks listening, because it is just a reading of the paragraph, and your answers will also be read. And if the answers are being read, and if your listening skills are poor, then even at that time you won't be able to write the answers properly. As you can see in the first word, this person has scored 5 of 5, which is a very good score. But here below they have lost the scores because of spelling mistake. Emergence, ence is the correct spelling, but this person had made this issue, right? Expansion, although this person has understood the word expansion but did not have the spelling understanding, that is why they have lost the scores, right? So it is a very easier task. You just have to focus on your spellings and also your listening, right? Here this person has missed this narrative word. Again, This shows that the person was not focusing properly during the mock, right? Now here it is talking about goes, it is talking about the gloss, but this person, since they were not having the understanding that gloss is pronunciation in that way, they have written as goes, right? Here gauze, it is gauze. So here gauze, again spelling is pronunciation is not known by the person. That's why they have again written as goes. Again this has also gone wrong, right? Align, only one L will be coming here, right? Either ALINE, that is also correct, or ALIGN is a correct one. Okay, so this is how you have to have the understanding of how the words are being pronounced. If your listening skills are good enough and if you are able to process the words properly, then you will get good scores in fill in the blanks listening, right? So coming to this listening section, um, daily I would suggest you to do at least 5 summarized spoken text to get it perfect. Once you start getting 10 out of 10 perfectly in each practice, then I would, yeah, recommend you to tone it down. You can lower the requirement. Okay, you can go to like you can practice at least 2 per day. But before you are getting 10 out of 10, I would strongly recommend you to do it at least 5 of 5. Okay, you have to get practice at least 5 if you are aiming for superior. If you are aiming for proficient score 65 plus and all, then 2 or 3 is more than enough, right? And for proficient scores 7 of 10 is enough. For a perfect scores for superior 10 of 10 is required, right? For fill in the blanks I would strongly recommend you to practice at least like 10 to 15 every day. 10, 15, 20 is enough because it hardly takes around 1 minute of time. So within that time you can just do it. So 15 to 20 minutes is more than enough for fill in the blanks listening. But you should train your brain. Okay, train your brain to catch the words properly. You should focus on the pronunciation. You should understand it. As this person has understood the words but has messed up in the spellings. So this should not be the case. Practice again and again. Again, do not miss any kind of words. Okay, do not miss any blank and do not make the spelling mistake. Focus on the pronunciation of the words and write the answers. I would strongly recommend you to directly write the answers in this uh, uh, task only. Like you do not have to take it in the notepad and then transfer it on your computer. That is not the correct way. It will waste your time. If you are doing that thing, you will lose your time for right from dictation. So it is highly recommended that you do it at the same time during the audio only. So improve your typing skills. Right, for SST as well, I would strongly recommend you to write directly on the computer whenever you are listening the audio. Right, do not copy it on the notepad and then transfer it on the computer. This will waste your time. Okay, so coming to the next important task. Uh, this select the missing word is not important. uh, Multiple choice questions listening is not important. Next important thing is highlighting correct words. I think this was clear. I think listening fill in the blanks is clear now, right? Okay, so coming to the highlighting correct words, just here clicking on the words is enough. So be alert whenever a wrong word is coming. Just click on that word and select your answers. Okay, this person has got good scores in highlighting correct words. 7 of 7, 5 of 5. Then we have 6 of 6. So that means this person has good listening skills and they were very attentive while highlighting the wrong words, right? So this is a good thing. Coming to the right from dictations, for highlighting correct words, I would suggest you to do at least 10 every day. Okay, so it will hardly take like um, 1 or 2, 1 minute maximum. Okay, so in that way you can do it. Click directly on the words and you can move forward, right? Coming to the right communication, this is very important topic. This will give you good scores in your listening as well as writing. So focus a lot on that. Okay, if you are aiming for superiors, I would suggest you to get full marks in your listening sections. You should not miss even a single mark anyway. Not in the listening blanks, not in the summarized perfect text, not in the highlighting words, not even in the right dictation, right? So whenever you are doing right dictation, make sure that you are listening the word sentence properly and you are writing it correctly, right? So this person has used very less amount of extra words, and that is a very good thing. But resources was missed here, so that is why they have got 11 of 12. It is also good score, but I would strongly suggest you to get full 12 of 12. Right? Coming to this thing again, this person has missed essential for a. Okay, so this is not a good um, thing for doing right from dictation. It is very important to get full scores, right? Um, this again, the word is missing here. As you can see, effective communication is crucial for success in dash business world. Okay, based on this, when you are talking about business world, when you are talking something related to world, the will be coming here. So based on that also you can understand the proper. Here the person has missed full stops at the end. You can see in the answer that full stop is present, but this person has missed using the full stops. That's why I always suggest you to write with the full stops, and also the first letter should always be in the capital, right? Coming to the last one, they have missed and enjoy in the last. Again, this person has lost the 2 marks here. So in this way, you have to focus on the punctuations. You should not miss anything. This person has not added excessive words. So that's why it is a good thing. For people who are using excessive words in the writing competition, they will lose their marks in listening, because this indirectly gives the impression that their listening skills are poor. That's why they are so confused with the sentence that they are writing so many extra words, right? So and that's why people get very low scores in listenings, right? If a person is writing correctly in the exact way, then they will get full 90 for listening, 90 for writing, right? So this is how you have to analyze yourself, where you are lacking and how you can focus on to improve that. Always do not forget to use the full stops at the end. Okay, because pronounce these punctuation errors matters a lot, so you have to take care of that, right? If this person has not made such mistakes, then they would have definitely improved their scores to 80 plus overall, right? uh, for right computation, I would strongly recommend you to practice at least 30 to 50, because this is a very uh, scoring mark scoring task, so you have to perfect it to the best. If you are not perfecting it, then you will lose your marks, right? So this is very important for getting superior scores. I hope this was clear for everyone. Right, so I have said about how much time everyone should give for their practicing for each and every task. So you can if you have missed focusing on that thing, then I would strongly recommend you to go back to the uh, audio recordings for this video recording, which will be available by tomorrow. You can watch this and analyze yourself, where you are lacking and how you have to improve yourself. If you focus on that things, then definitely you can improve yourself and you will be able to achieve superior scores in a very less time, right? So one question is asked that can we still add extra words in right communication or not? Yes, you can write extra words, but it should be in a limit. Okay, I would strongly recommend you to maintain it below 3 words if you are aiming for superior scores. So if you are having good amount of listening skills and if your spellings are faster, If your typing is faster, then you will be able to manage it without any stress. Okay, so at the end of the day you can say that yes, you can add two or three extra words but not more than that. It destroys your listening scores, right? So for each and everything, do not write singular plural words. Listen properly at the first time only and try to write it perfectly. If you are getting this doubt in one or two words, it is acceptable that you write singular plural for that word, but not for the entire sentence, right? Uh, let's check whether we are able to wrap it up. I have answered your question. Have you understood that? I hope you have understood how to do that, right? If you have understood, kindly let me know so that we can wrap it up. It's almost more than 1.5 hours. Okay, so let's wrap it up. I think I have answered all the questions and also discussed about how to practice each and everything for your scores, right? So, um, thank you for everyone who have joined it. Thank you for your time and efforts. So, let's connect in another session. Take care. Bye bye.